we have put both cars up for sale.
Which is, I hate to say it, but it's pathetic.
You can go now.
Married with Dragsters on Competition Plus TV, presented by RacingRVS, the place to shop, swap, and sell your racing RV. Armor Coat Ceramic Header Coating. Beat the heat with Armor Coat. Moser Engineering, the leader in high-performance rear-end components. And by Frank Hawley's Drag Racing School, classes across the U.S.
27? Okay.
Then it's 33 ahead.
Yeah, we got 33 ground floor.
Just like a little kid would.
Yep, that's me, a little big fat kid. Oh, I like how you did the Pro Cube with the...
What's that?
With the carbon.
Yeah.
To match everything. That I love. Now see, I'm a big fan. This is all I've ever used.
Sit with your head back once. Do you like the angle of the way he's got it?
Yeah.
Of course, I'll have my fluffy fire suit on too. You always feel naked when you get in with no fire suit on. Yeah. I like how this is up high too. This is great. This is where it should be.
Well, we're going to be chasing everybody anyways.
Or at least the races from here on out anyway. None of this, I can't see, I'm looking behind me. So sick of that crap. Oh yeah.
This is a pain in the ass, I'm going to tell you that right now. Because here's what happens. You pull a couple Zeus's out and the whole thing falls.
Oh crap, so you better have some hands.
When you've got to put the whole thing back together, it's a pain in the butt. It really is. These guys got a one piece, they pull two pins, pull two Zeus, and it's off.
It's off.
And it sits there. They're kind of a nightmare. They're not user friendly.
You want me to shut your power off?
Sure.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Push it.
It's in.
Push it.
Oh
There you
wow.
go.
Yours is a lot different than
Yep.
mine. Mine's like
Oh, it's... Yeah,
It's so
there.
comfortable.
It is comfortable.
Because you're not like, your elbows aren't like this.
Right,
That's what
because-
happens with me. Now I can kind of float around and I feel a lot, you know what I mean?
And your hands get like this.
Yeah, I just feel more comfortable.
Right. Your hands are out.
That's right.
Especially
And I think when you're like that, you can control the car a lot easier. But when you're sitting here cramped, you know what I mean?
Feels good though. I do like the padding.
Yeah.
oh, the padding's awesome.
Yeah, if you look at like John's car, his is skinny. And they sell these in different widths and stuff to fit different people.
Now, do you get in fully suited up?
No, I get my jacket on and then I lean forward and she puts my Hans on. Yeah. And that's not something I can do myself because when I have my helmet on, I can't see the buckle.
Right.
And everything's by feel. I can't.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't get down enough.
Exactly. Yeah, I definitely know how that is.
Like I said, when I sit in there with my helmet, I feel like it's a tank. I feel like I feel very safe in it. You know what I mean? And I told Mark down in St. Louis, I love the car. It really works. And it seems like the more power you put to them, the happier they are.
First, you may be wondering why in the world we were over looking at a different car. Because we haven't said anything in previous episodes about different cars. Well, behind the scenes and in between episodes, we have put both cars up for sale. Now, by the time this airs, I don't know if either car is going to be sold. I certainly hope so, based on what time of year this is going to air. Plans are to sell both cars and to go with just one car. But even at this point, I still can't say what that is because I don't know if we're going to be able to announce it even by the time this airs. But that's why we're looking at something. Just looking, getting ideas. But back to Columbus, so back what we're doing here at the NHRA Sportsnationals at National Trail Raceway. Kind of got to looking at some things, and with this car being a suspended car versus a hardtail car like I used to run, I think I want to try something. We've got 2 races left this year, so I'm going to back down my launch RPM. A shift RPM is fine, but I just want to try something, see if I can make the car a little more consistent on the launch, because this car should be like one thou, lane to lane, blah, blah, blah. It's very capable of it. So I'm going to go into the MSD power grid. I'm going to drop it down, and we only get 2 runs here because of the weather that's coming in this weekend. So before the race even started, NHRA made an announcement yesterday on a schedule change. Everybody's only going to get 2 runs on Friday, and by the time we roll into Saturday, it's put up or shut up. And hopefully, Jake, come here, come here. Hopefully, Jake is going to be our name taker this weekend. What are you calling for, crew chiefy, or is it my station this time?
Let's go 48. That's 400 off.
All right. There we go.
Racing RV is the place to shop, swap, and purchase your new RV.
Well, NHRA made a good call shortening this race. Usually a Friday, Saturday, Sunday race. We're going to do it in 2 days because we got weather coming Sunday, and I think it's a good deal. They actually made a good call. Normally on Friday I only get 1 hit, Cassie would get 2, but they're giving everybody 2 hits today. And like I said, it's a good deal. Everybody will be the same for tomorrow. We go right into eliminations and see if we can put these cars in the winner's circle this weekend.
Well, as Kevin was mentioning, our shortening of the race, so, but that's okay. We're used to that and whatever. The one thing that I'm interested to see what happens today is, you know, I changed the launch RPM a little bit. You're probably wondering why that I did that so late in the season. Well, why not? The 60 foots have been a little off, and I think if I can tone down the launch RPM, that's going to curb all of that. Because, you know, sometimes the track's really good and sometimes it's not. I think this car works very well, and I think I'm really trying to launch it a little bit too hard. But that is also going to change, of course, the ET. The last time I was here ran dead on with a 0. This time I did enter the RFC shootout. So hopefully Murphy's Law doesn't play the opposite direction. So I am going to take that run to start off with as my baseline run, the dead on 0, but I'm going to keep in mind how much will that 400 RPM change. We'll find out, get a baseline run, we'll come back, we'll do the next one later today, and we'll be ready to rock for tomorrow. Let's roll. Haven't been in the car for just a hair over a month. And after the make some changes, I went back and looked at what I had run very first pass out here earlier this year. Weather's just a hair better, but I didn't think the track would be quite as good. Somebody needed to come up and see this. Watch. You can go now. I don't know what the deal with that was, but not worried about it. Throw it out, forget about it. But the car was great in the 60 foot. I guessed it would be about a 151, 151.4. So we got that part down. It fell off just a little bit down track. I think it's a little bit drag, and I don't think I had quite as much heat and everything in the motor as I should. So get another pass today. See if we can tune her up. And the drive.
Dragsters, brought to you by RacingRVS, Armor Coat Ceramic Header Coating, Moser Engineering, and by Frank Hawley's Drag Racing School on Competition Plus TV.
Hi, I'm Robert Hight, driver of the Automobile Club of Southern California Funny Car. Race day rituals for me, try to do it the same every week. You've got to be consistent, just like that race car has to be consistent. Can't be changing things. So I try to put everything on the same way, right glove, right boot, left boot, all that kind of stuff. But one thing that I always do is get out there with those fans, because they're the ones that'll take your mind off the pressure, and they'll get you to where you're ready to race.
And tell her Bill's broke his motor.
Who did?
Bill, he's stuck down there.
They stuck down there?
Non-Dragster, attention in the pit area. Non-Dragster, lanes 1 and 2, please. Non-Dragster, lanes 1 and 2, please. For qualifying session number 1.
wow, the track picked up, and although I tried everything I could to make sure that I had the same heat in the motor as I did the run this morning, the air did clean up. It's like the tune-up came to me. The track got better, the tune-up came to me based on all the numbers that I look at. And I barely took any out of the throttle stop thinking that was going to happen, but even more so than I thought. So, man, it really went like crazy. And I went for a damn light. It was a long tree. I had like a 52 light. The other guy has like a 103 or something. I don't know. Whatever. But I really felt like I went for it. I was shallow stage. Whatever. So that's that. I have no idea at this point if I ended up making the shootout. I mean, at 91.9, even though there's 16 cars that get in this weekend for the little special shootout, still waiting to get the sheet put up. So hopefully I get a chance to get back out on the track. One is going to give me another hit, and we could all use that. And two, hey, it's a little practice racing. Go from there.
Forget what you know about traditional plumbing. Jiff-tite Quick Connect fluid fittings connect and disconnect in seconds, saving you time and frustration. Engineered to perform, Jiff-tite is plumbing simplified.
I didn't think a 91 with the 9 was going to get in, but this track's been a little tricky to folks, and they were either running real slow or real fast. And when you only get 2 hits and blah, blah, blah. Plus there were 16 cars in this shootout instead of the normal 8. So I got in at number 12. Now I got to figure out what to dial, and I'm going to go off of that last run, and we'll see what happens. Got Pat Martin in round 1, and run Pat a bazillion times. My gosh, I should be able to pull something out, as long as I can tweak my light.
Foot's still one flat something, and not real happy with that, but it is what it is. We'll get in there and see if we can tune it up a little bit. Hopefully the air will get better, track will get tighter once the heat gets off of it, and we can go down and at least run a 40 pass, which is where we should be, so to make sure that we can get in. I'm not sure what the bump is right now, but a 58 ain't gonna cut it. There's too many cars here. So we'll get after it here in a little bit and see what it's got going on, and I'm gonna look at some information and see where we can tune it up a little bit and get this thing moving. Maybe take some weight off the nose. But we'll do what we can do, because we won't make the field. back when we were wheel standing, right? But it wasn't running down track. You can see it was down a hole.
It was down a hole.
But we moved it up a hole and it quit wheel standing and it started getting fast.
Right.
But now it's not wheel standing hardly at all. I mean, I took 10 pounds off the nose and so much barely even did anything.
Yeah, if you drop it a hole, it's going to hit the tires a lot harder. Okay?
Right.
But it's not going to get as much. It may not say hook down track.
Because when we go to St. Louis, I got to be able to qualify. I mean, tomorrow I'm an alternate. I ain't doing shit for tomorrow.
Have you adjusted the shock whatsoever, the spring pressure?
Oh yeah, I went and took a couple sweeps. You know, because the way I had the strings working is I had it, compression was all the way, and rebound was off one, and it worked. It liked it.
Right.
And put this thing on. Hell, I made an 8th mile pass at Norwalk and almost crashed, shutting down because it started doing this shit and everything. I called Pete up and I said, "Hey, what the hell's going on?" He goes, "Oh, we'll put some sweeps into it," which I did.
Stiffen it up.
Yeah, stiffen it up some because it was just moving me all around.
Well, I could tell 100 more, but I know you're good.
Okay, well, for St. Louis, we'll go up a hole.
Yeah.
Which I know what you're saying. It makes the instant center go out further on the car.
Right. Right.
It's going to make it hit the tire harder.
All it is the same as adding more leverage.
More length on the car, kind of.
Yeah. That's all it is. And so when it leaves, it's going to try to pick the front end up a little more, which is going to put weight on the tires. Now, it's not going to make the tire hit any harder. If you drop it whole, that's when it's going to hit, but it doesn't stay hooked long.
All right, Don, I've been bad, and I haven't gone online and updated my Crew Chief Pro, and you can see my version on here is still from May 13th. How bad is that with all of the versions that you're and all the stuff that you're constantly coming up with things you're finding? I mean, how bad am I for waiting that long?
It's about 10,000 changes.
Oops. Well, I'm not going to blame that on all of my mistakes and stuff this year, but it might have helped me, huh?
Well, there's a lot of new changes, especially the new 7.7 version is what we're going to put in here.
Okay.
So I don't know what you think it would run, but also here we have some new things on the 60-foot prediction. We have where you can type in your own and let the weather change it with the density adjusted 60-foot. And you already have it on vapor pressure adjusted 60-foot, which is fine. But we also have the new DA with barometer and humidity 60-foot.
Yeah, that is amazing.
And you click on that, and it will not only take the DA, but it looks at humidity and baro too. There's not much difference in barometer, but there is some differences in humidity. There were so many neat features to this. I used to just love it because nobody could hide from me.
No.
And it would put the run in for me. I wouldn't have to actually type it in.
That and the fact that, you know, when you knew you were running the next round or whatever, you could already kind of get an idea in your head where they should be on the track, la la la, and oh yeah, I used to use the heck out of that.
Okay.
And you know what? It really sucks that I can't use it anymore. Man, that really helped.
I mean, I go to tracks that have the 1320 go and it still runs, but you know, that's really information we should have. But NHRA, in their wisdom, figured that they weren't getting enough money out of it, so they canceled it.
That's
And they put their own live timing on their NHRA site, which is, I hate to say it, but it's pathetic. Nobody really wants to watch the little dragsters on the bottom, NHRA, if you're listening to this.
I have to agree. Don, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Greatly appreciate it, really do.
All right,
now
have a good one.
let's go kick some butt at this race and kick some butt at St. Louis, right?
Yeah.
All right.
As you might remember, we only get 2 hits at this race, and on our second hit, after seeing that we blew the tires off on the drive shaft speed and the RPM went straight up, I wanted to back it down some, so I put in an old tune-up that we had that was pretty, well, it really backed everything down so we could get down the track. Sometimes if you back it down, you can pick up, vice versa. I wanted to take some weight off the nose because it's still not picking the front end up, so we took 10 pounds off the nose, put the wheelie bar on just in case, and went out there and basically ran the same number that we had ran back when we had that same tune-up in the car. So, with that being said, we didn't qualify. I think the bump ended up being a 57, and we actually ran a 59. So we slowed down one. We won a 58 first pass, won a 59 second pass, and one of those deals, we didn't qualify, but we were second alternate, and we wanted to be ready, so we left everything like it was, so we could at least dial the car, and sit there, waited and waited and waited, and finally they said, yep, you're in. So I had to race Ashley Tidrick.
He made do 664 and the 662, about 95. He was on that.
And we were real close on the tree. Got down there. I'm looking over for her. I don't see her at 1,000 foot. I don't see her at the mile an hour cone. And just went ahead and dumped. And she went by me probably about 4 feet after the stripe. So, we got around the win. I hate to say it, but first one of this season. So I'm long overdue. I'm going to take some little bit delay on my lights so I can get a good reaction time. And looks like we got Philip Oakley second round. He's always tough. He got in as first alternate. There's going to be 2 alternate people going at it second round. So and we're going to have to step up our game because they're on it and we need to be on it also.
Well, I know I didn't give my little update on what happened last night in the shootout. Jiminy Christmas, I can't freaking buy a round. Got him on the tree by almost 3/100 of a second. I mean, you saw it big time when you launched. I'm like, okay, get down there. I take 5 freaking miles of the stripe. Thought I was dialed pretty honest. I was hoping I was set up on like an 89.5. No, I knocked off 4 mile an hour and I run 89.7. So that was that. And I didn't feel like talking about it last night. I would have been bleeped too much because I was just really frustrated. So anyway, today I'm like, it's a new day, whatever. Heard a lot of the folks were going, a little quick and super gas. So we've got like a tail crosswind, so I knew the wind wasn't going to hurt me. And I set up to make sure I could get there. Man, catch the guy, keep a wheel, la la la, just stand really close, I'm well after the 1,000 foot. And I'm like, I don't want the stripe. I knew I'd knocked off some, but not enough. Oh, holy cow. I'm freaking running 96. Give him the stripe by 100, and he runs a 95. And we were only 7th thou apart at the hit. Not the best light, but I was only 3 thou difference from last night. Whatever. Can't buy a round. I'm ready to try something new next year.
Well, didn't want to run it out of fuel, but that's the way it goes. I had Philip Oakley in the second round, and for some reason I went 15 red. We lost some of our 60 foot. Might have been in a hair deep. That's the only thing that would explain it. But at least we got the first round monkey off our back, and looking to go to St. Louis. We're going to make some chassis changes and get this puppy where it's 60 foot and get it back where it should be.
Today, no, you don't.
Feel free to push the buttons, whatever you want to do.
I think the last thing I want to do is go on the David Building Street door down there, you know? You want to buy that?
You're only allowed to sit in there if you make car noises.
Goes back to 1892.
That is so cool. How awesome is that, Cole?
Think you can drive?
Promotional considerations from Married with Dragsters provided in part by these fine companies: RacingRVS, Crew Chief Pro Software, Ohio Crankshaft, Borla Exhaust, American Race Cars, Abruzzi Racing Transmissions and Converters, and by K&N Engineering. Coming up next on Married with Dragsters.
So, but we're going off the first run. We'll see what happens. We have waited on this to both be in the lanes at the same time all season.
You want to talk to cluster. They had people parked in the staging lanes.